Hi Pisces, this is your general reading for the month of October. Right, so the first card you've got for your past is the Eight of Wands. Yes, huge movement there. This is full-on passion moving. Okay, before I say anything about that, just looking at this whole spread, this is an amazing spread. I mean, I know you've got the Three of Swords there and death and all that kind of thing. That's all over with because you've got death there. Anyway, so, but what's really standing out to me in this spread is this amazing Ten of Cups right in the middle. And being right in the middle is really important in the spread because that means that's the most important card. Everything kind of spins around that, if that makes sense. And then above that, you've got the sun, which is absolutely beautiful. So this is a fantastic reading. I can see that already. Yeah, happiness, emotional contentment, beautiful, beautiful. So I just wanted to say that first. Okay, yeah, I couldn't help it. I was just looking at that. I couldn't talk about the Eight of Wands until I was telling you that. Anyway, so back to the Eight of Wands. Yeah, so this is fast action. It's like, I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to fly through the sky. I want to get through this. I want to get something done. That's what I'm getting with that card. It feels a little bit frustrating to me, actually. It's almost like, hurry up and get out of my way. That's what it feels like. I want to push through you. You're in my way. Get out of the way. That's what I'm getting. I can't help it. So it's like you're going, hurry up to someone. And there's this block in front of you. Very frustrating. And I think this is a person. I think this is a person that's blocking you. There's a person blocking you. And I know this is in your past, but it feels like there's still some frustration around you now around whatever this is. Yeah, you've got the Three of Swords there, and I'm really seeing them kind of in a sequence together. So, and obviously the Three of Swords is heartbreak. So what I think is happening is there's some kind of breakup with someone, obviously between you and someone else. And I think that person who you've broken up with, that ex or whoever that is, they're bringing you that frustration. They've frustrated you in the past. They're frustrating you now. That's what I'm getting. It's still kind of going on. It feels like a serious relationship, a long-term relationship maybe. Might have even been a marriage. Because I'm just looking at these swords. You've got these three swords and they're dividing up this heart. So it might be that you're in a process of dividing assets up or something. It might be some kind of separation, divorce. It might be something like that. There's something that's not quite finished with them. It's like, okay, you've separated. That's the end of that. But they're still there frustrating you because they haven't quite finished something. And I really do feel like it's them. They're the one that has to do something for you. It's like you've done everything you need to do. And you're just waiting on them, and you're really, really, really dying for this to be finished with this Eight of Wands. You're just like, I want to push forward with this. They're taking forever. I'm getting up. Why are they taking forever? Yeah, I think they're a bit like that anyway, actually. It's not just with this. I think, I think they used to frustrate you when you were with them as well in this kind of, it's like they used to be slow on other things. And I've got this feeling of, oh, this is so frustrating. I'm asking them to do this thing. They said they're going to do this thing. They haven't done the thing. And I'm in this position where I have to ask them, and they don't like me asking them because they think I'm annoying them. So if I don't ask, it doesn't happen. And if I do ask, then I'm horrible for asking them. So you're kind of in that frustration a lot when you're with them, I think. That's what I'm getting. And now they're still carrying on, even though you're not with them, and you're waiting for this thing to finish. Do you know what this looks like, actually? I'm getting this. I've got this feeling of, it's like a feeling of closing a chapter. And you've already closed that chapter, but I think for them, they haven't quite closed a chapter. They've got this kind of sad feeling. And I think a part of them, I actually think a part of them still wants to be around you in some way, or they want to kind of keep the connection going. It's something like that. I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think it might be in their subconscious because, on the surface, it actually looks like, They might have moved on. They might even be with someone else. So it looks, everyone else is like, well, they've moved on, but you're feeling them around you. You don't know why they're not hurrying up. And I think if you're wondering why that, if you're thinking, well, why don't you just do this and let's get this over with? It's like there's this little part of them that doesn't want to let go of you. And, it's like there's this link there and they don't want to cut the link off properly yet. Cause, once that's done, once they've done the thing and you've kind of finished whatever it is you need to do, there's no need for them to talk to you anymore. So they're kind of prolonging that. So I hope that makes sense to someone. If someone's wondering, why aren't they just getting on with things? I think that's why that is. So I'll talk about the death card here because it's following on from this really well, actually. So yeah, obviously with death, the death's final. When there's any kind of death, literally, it's final. You can't come back from that. So they're going to have to deal with this at some time. This is going to be put to death. It's going to be finished. So they're going to have to do this at some time. But they're kind of, they're taking their time or they're procrastinating, whatever they're doing, because they don't want to break the link. That's what I'm getting. And they're afraid of not seeing you again or not having some kind of connection with you. That's what I'm getting. They're really afraid of that. So, it just makes me think of, when you're a student, well, you probably weren't like this, but I was like this. when you're coming right to the end of finishing your degree or whatever it is you're studying, and, you need to get on with things. It's like, oh, the exam's right around the corner. It's next week or whenever it is. And I've got to get this done. I have to get through this work. And, oh, I haven't done anything about this and that. And I'm just sitting here. I'm just looking out the window, listening to music, daydreaming, watching things on Netflix, messing around. Why can't I get this done? So, yeah, so that's how I was. You probably weren't like that. But, it's like you can't do the thing that you're supposed to do. And they can't do the thing that they know they're supposed to do. And, that happens to a lot of students actually subconsciously because, they're getting to the end and they're afraid of what's on the other side, going out into the world. It can be scary. So to them it's scary. To be without you, it's scary. It's scary. So that's kind of what I'm getting. I know I went on with that story about, students and whatever, but I hope that makes you kind of think about where they might be coming from if this is all resonating with you. That they don't want death to come. They don't want the end to this to come or to the end to the connection between you to come. Because, on this card, on the death card, if you have a look at this card, I'll just lift it up so you can see, there's this bishop or, might be a pope or something like that. And, they're kind of in front of the horse and they're begging and they're saying, no, please spare me, don't, let me die. They're begging in front of this horse. But you can't do that. Death's inevitable. So, they can procrastinate, they can mess around and do whatever they want, but it's inevitable. When you're studying and the exam's coming, it's not going to go away. It's going to come at some time. So you've got to face it at some time. So they're going to have to face that at some time. And it's going to be sad for them, actually. I think they might, it's almost going to be like when that day comes, when there's no excuse to connect with you ever again. I think it's probably going to hit them quite hard. And maybe when you first broke up, it didn't hit them as hard as it hit you, or it looked like that to you. And maybe you were thinking, well, why hasn't it hit them? I'm really upset. They don't seem to be upset. Because I think it hasn't quite hit them yet. And I think, when this all comes to an end, it will hit them. It will hit them. So just be prepared for that. Just be prepared for, they might start to talk to you a lot again. They might want to connect again after all that. Okay. So I'm getting something else here. This is going to sound really strange actually, but I'll say it anyway. It's like a practical thing, a thing that needs to be fixed. There's something around water. I'm getting water. Something needs to be fixed. Definitely around water. Yeah. If you know what this is about, make sure you fix whatever this is. Make sure it's sorted out. Get someone to come and sort it out yourself. I don't know if it's plumbing or swimming pool or a tap. I don't know. Something around water. I'm getting water coming in, and then I'm getting lots and lots of water. So something needs to be fixed to stop that from happening. Now, don't worry, I'm not seeing a huge flood or anything terrible like that. But you're not going to have to sail away through your house in a boat or anything like that. But yeah, something needs to be fixed before it gets to the next stage. So that's what I'm getting for someone there. So fix this thing. And I'll just show you how I'm seeing this. You've got all this rain coming down in the Three of Swords. And then the Three of Swords are pointing down into the Death card. And then in the Death card, just behind this horse, you can see all that water gushing down. It's like a flood. Again, you're not going to have a flood, but it's like some water and then more water. And that's if you don't go and face up to that. And that's what Death's about, facing up to things. So I hope that helps them. But there's lots of noise around it as well. It's noisy. So yeah, if that's you, try and do something about, I'm just getting like a squeaky noise maybe. Anyway. Okay. So with your present, the first card is this amazing sun. I love this sun card. Absolutely beautiful card. I'm really feeling this actually. It's like the sun's on me, warmth. Someone makes you feel like that. Someone makes you feel like it's been in winter, now the spring's out and you're sitting in the sun and you've got the sun on your back and someone makes you feel like that. Beautiful. So yeah, this is someone who's around you. This is love, absolutely love. It's not this ex. It's absolutely not that ex. You've finished with that ex. You've put an end to that in your heart and in your mind. It's not them. This is someone completely different. It feels like, yeah, talking about putting things to an end, it feels like you've got to put something to an end, fix something up, finish this. And it's probably what's happening with this ex. It might be something else as well. You've got to finish something up before you can actually, be with this love connection properly. There's some problems around them as well, I think. So they've got to finish some things up too. So both of you have some loose ends to tie up or some problems that you've got to kind of fix before you can actually get together. You both want to get together. If you're worrying whether they do. But they're very busy, very preoccupied, lots of stress around them. I'm getting children. You've got this beautiful child here in the Sun card, and then you've got children in the Ten of Cups as well. So it might be that they're struggling to let go of an old situation. Not in love. I don't think they're in love with anyone. I'm not getting that. But it's like they might be going through a separation or something like that. There might be children involved in this separation, and they've got lots of things to sort out there, and there's stress around that. So there might be that or some kind of stress with an ex or things they have to sort out. There's definitely passion between you. There is a huge spark here. There's chemistry. It's really, really huge, because I'm just looking at the Eight of Wands. And look at the Eight of Wands. They're flying into the sun. So it's like, I've got this force of passion coming in, all this fire coming in right into the sun. So that's the passion coming in. And, if you look at the Sun card, you've got this big red banner here, which is all about passion as well. So this looks absolutely fantastic. This is so beautiful. Really special connection. I really, really hope this is resonating with someone, because it feels fantastic. If you're kind of at the edges of this and you're thinking, oh, there's so much to sort out. I feel that. I feel it in my heart. I want this person. I want to be with this person. But there's just so much to sort out. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to sort this out. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to sort this out. They seem so busy and preoccupied. All these issues have to be sorted out. If you're wondering that, it is going to happen. You are going to be together with this person. There's a breakthrough in this card, in the Sun card. You've got this brick wall behind this child. It's broken through the wall. So you have got a wall. You have got things to get through. But, this child's broken through and the sun's shining on the child, and there's all this happiness here. So it's going to happen for you. It's going to happen for you. And the Death card as well, back in the Death card, that's about putting the old things away, the end coming to the old and the new coming out. And yeah, you can see that in the Death card, because, if you look just in front of, where that horse's head is, just in the front of the horse's head, just on the right hand side, the sun's coming up. That's like a sunrise. So the sun's about to come up. So right now, you're probably in that sunrise energy with this newer person. You're thinking, well, I can see the sunrise. I can see the potential. I'm feeling that love there. Is it actually going to bloom into the full-on sun that's in this card here? Or is it going to say kind of half there and then disappear and go down again? No, it's going to go into the sun. There's going to be that breakthrough. So I just want to make sure you know that, because someone's really worrying, and they're wondering about that. There might be a little bit of opposition coming from somewhere, about this connection. I don't know, how do I put this? It's like maybe some parts of society or some people in your background might not approve of this connection for some reason. There's a little bit of ignorance around someone and they don't approve. So, because I'm getting this ignorance, that tells me that you need to ignore ignorance. And again, this is the right person for you. I can see that really clearly. This is the right person for you. And you can see again, in the Ten of Cups, just looking at that now, it's not quite there yet. You're looking into this. Look at this. You've got this family here. They're looking into that house. They're looking into this beautiful scene. This is what they want. But they're not quite there. They're on this kind of yellow area, and there's a line. So they're not quite there. So you're looking into this. You're looking into what you want. They are as well. And you're going to be able to get over that line. You're going to have that breakthrough. You're going to get there. Again, don't listen to anyone that tells you this is the wrong connection or it's wrong or there's someone ignorant. I keep on seeing this. Don't listen to that person. You've got this beautiful rainbow here. And, rainbows can be about a lot of different things. But to me, they're about inclusion. All the colors of the rainbow, all kinds of people blending in and making this beautiful, spectrum of colors. So you're right to blend in with this person. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. This is the right thing for you. And you know this in your heart. So yeah, this is right. This is right. All I have to say about this is right. And there's a motorbike going past. Don't know what that means. Someone will tell me, because I get all kinds of sounds and someone says, oh, that means this. So you might know what that means. But, yeah, this is right. This connection is right for you. If this is you, if you're feeling this, if you know who this is right for you, and you will get there. You'll break through and you'll be with them. I'm seeing that clearly. Absolutely beautiful, those two cards. So the last card you've got for your present is this Ace of Swords. Okay, a few things here with this card. Okay, I don't want to repeat myself, but I'm getting this again. This is kind of this frustration with this ex situation. And I'm looking across the bottom row, and that's where my eye is kind of being led all across this bottom row. So it looks like they're going to take a bit more time to sort this out. Again, they're procrastinating, taking their time. I know that's going to frustrate you if this is all resonating with you, but with the Ace of Swords, you've got this, you've got this opposition. You've got the two sides of the sword. You've got you and you've got them on the other side. You've got a lot of conversations in front of you. Swords can be about words. So you're on one side, they're on one side. You've got the words in the middle. So you've got lots to negotiate, I think. And, you can see that just looking across, my eyes going across to the 10 of Wands. So you can see that it's going to be hard work. I can't tell you anything else. I want to tell you it's going to be easy and over soon, but it's not. It's everywhere here that they're taking their time. And, but the thing about the 10 of Wands is he is getting there. It's slow, but he is getting there. So I think that's encouragement to you that, the hope's there. It is slow, but you are going to get there. And once that's all over, you're going to have that big opening. You can let the past go, push the past behind you and move into this sun with this new person. But the other things have to be finished first, but you'll get there. Again, that's what this is telling you. Okay, so the first card you've got for your future is this Hermit, which I love. I love the Hermit. This is a very spiritual card. It's all about, can be about finding yourself, finding your path. It feels like you're turning away from people, certain kinds of people. I was getting this, it's interesting, I was getting this disapproval, this feeling of someone disapproving of you or of this relationship, in the Ten of Cups. That was kind of what I was getting, and I was saying ignore that ignorance, and I'm getting that here as well. Maybe you've got these, I hope you don't have these kinds of people around you, but, I keep on getting this ignorant person, ignorant people. I know that's harsh to say that, but that's what I'm getting. And if you know who that is, might be more than one person, you're totally moving away from that now. You're turning your back on people, on certain people that have that attitude. I think at one time, obviously you didn't agree with that. You didn't agree with that ignorance. You've never agreed with that. But, there's this kind of attitude of, oh, well, I want a quiet life, or just let them go, or let them say whatever, it's, or just let it be. And I think maybe you were like that once, or maybe it was like you grew up with these people, or with this person, and maybe, when you were younger, you weren't as aware as you are now, because the Hermit's all about getting older and wiser and learning, and then coming to this, realization. So I think that might be what's happened. You're older and wiser like this Hermit, and you're not ignorant anymore. You know a lot more than you used to. So you're going to be moving on from all that. I'm literally seeing you maybe turning your back on a few people. And I think if you do that and you are going to forge ahead with this relationship that I'm seeing in the Sun card and the Ten of Cups, which you are, if that's you, I think it's a good idea to not mix those two people or those two groups of people, if that makes sense to you. If you know who that is, you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm actually getting the words, I'm not them. I'm not them. You don't identify with those particular people. Not everyone from your background, but there's a little element of ignorance. And what's interesting is, because, if you look at this Hermit, he's right next to the Sun. And this is kind of reflecting a lot of what's happening in the world, or what's happening in the world over the last few months. A lot of ignorance is coming to light now. And it's horrible to see. It's nasty to see, and it's nasty to look at. And, the Sun's all about clarity, things coming to light. When things come to light, some things are beautiful to see in the Sun. They're beautiful. Some things are not. And when ignorance comes to light, of course, it's horrible to see, but it's a good thing that we're seeing it, because when it comes to light, we know it's there. We can become aware of it. We can talk about it. More people can be aware of it. And that's how you eventually, hopefully, get rid of that. And so I think that's reflecting that. So that's just interesting to see that. So you're turning your back on this ignorance because you're aware of it. So that's a really, really good thing if that resonates with you. So the other thing is, yeah, I'm getting that in these two cards. I'm looking at this Hermit and the Hanged Man together now. So I think there's a message in these two cards. And if you're waiting on this ex, if you're still waiting for this ex to finish this thing, or, to hurry up and do this thing they're supposed to be doing, try and use that time to work on yourself and think about yourself and really think about your own path and where you're going, and self-awareness, all that kind of thing. Both these cards are about that. Obviously the Hermit and, the Hanged Man. He's got this light bulb around his head. He's got the time to think. So while this person, this ex, isn't doing anything, because, the Hanged Man, the Hermit's a slow card, and, the Hanged Man's obviously not going anywhere. He's hanging there. So while that's all happening, instead of thinking about the frustration, put your energy into yourself. And just think about, where you want to go. Think about who you want to bring with you into new life, because that's what the Sun's all about. New life. And you're coming into a new life. When you say goodbye to the old, when you say goodbye to the Death card, you're coming into a new life. At the moment, you're not quite there, but you're going to come into this new life with the Sun card, fresh start, newness, new day, new child in the Sun card, new life. So, you don't want to drag any of those old things with you, especially anyone ignorant, but anything else you don't want to bring with you, put an end to that, and only bring the best with you. Only bring the most important things and the best things with you. You only want to bring the absolute best in with you to this new life. So, so I hope that's a really good message for someone who needs to hear that. Okay, so yeah, with the Ten of Wands, which is the last card here, I just think, because again, look at this 10 of Wands. So look at this 10 of Wands and look at the 10 of Cups, 2 10s. So you've got 2 10s here. This is the full, this is the completion, this is the end. Now, with the 10 of Cups, you've got this barrier between the people and the home. And in the 10 of Wands, you've got the same thing. You've got a barrier between this man and the home. He's heading toward that home. So I think this is a reminder, and I think that's why it's right at the end to kind of force me to remind you of this before I finish, that yes, it's hard work. It's hard work to get to this goal in the 10 of Cups. It is hard work, but it's worth it. The hard work is worth it. Putting an end to the old things, them dealing with all their issues, you dealing with your ex, doing all that, putting all of that aside, putting a total end to that, putting the lid on, coming into this beautiful Sun card. It's worth going through what's on the 10 of Wands to get to what's in the 10 of Cups. So I hope that helps someone. And I hope if someone's really frustrated right now, if they think, am I ever going to get that? Am I going to get this love? Am I going to put an end to the old things that are still around me? You are going to do that. It's hard work. The hard work's worth it, and you're going to get there. So I really, really, really hope that helps someone here. This is probably the most beautiful, the nicest reading I've ever had for you, Pisces. It's absolutely beautiful. Beautiful reading, being in that sun, basking in that sun. That's what you've got to look forward to, and you're going to get there. You're going to get there. So, okay, so yeah, Pisces, this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. I really, really, really hope it resonates with you. And yeah, thank you for watching.